Hello everyone. Today I am going to refurbish a Pixel 3a. Display is absent. I bought this from Facebook Marketplace. I'll open this up. Carefully unplug the connector of the proximity sensor. I have a new display. Let's check it out. Seems like it doesn't turn on. No worries. Let's charge the battery for a while. So, after a little bit of trying, it turns on. The phone is getting warmer, which could be a sign from a weaker battery. So, I have some special plans for this phone. Pixel phones are always lacking in the battery department. If you've used one, you may know the struggle. I am going to fix that by not just replacing the battery, but installing a higher capacity battery in this thing. I did some research finding a higher capacity battery for this model. Given it's a compact phone, the size is the most limiting factor. That's when I come across Asus Zenfone series. The smallest size's battery was in Zenfone 8. The dimensions of the phone is matching with Pixel 3a. So I bought one and here it is. Let's see if it fits. I think it fits. Thickness of a bit higher than the Pixel battery. But I guess the housing could hold it. Now you might be thinking how to connect this battery to the motherboard. The plugs are all different and incompatible. So I am going to transfer the Pixel battery's BMS board to this new Asus battery. Lithium-ion battery voltage are all the same and higher capacity doesn't do any damage. It means it has more energy. In the iPhone battery replacement, we often do this. And another reason I chose this battery was, it's rated for faster charging than the Pixel 3a. First, I'll unwrap this insulation coverings. I recommend you to always choose a faster charging model than your device for the battery if you wish to do this for your own devices. Remove this insulation tapes carefully. And then slowly fold open the BMS board carefully. Remove this insulation tapes carefully. After that, the BMS board is exposed. Then I'll cut the battery terminals without touching both of them at once. Great! We don't need this part. Dispose it properly. Now this is the part we need. Next, do the same for the Asus battery, but be more cautious this time. Peel of the insulation tapes. Now the plus and minus terminals should be written in the BMS board. I'll mark them on the battery as well. Next, I'll remove the BMS board from this battery. Next, I'll weld these terminals to the BMS board. Alternatively, you may solder them. I am using Conley Portable Spot Welder for this task. It's on auto mode. Now I want to be very clear here. Under no circumstances, do not contact the plus and minus terminals of the battery at once with this spot welder. Always weld one terminal and then move on to the next terminal. Once these pointers are connected, it'll surge a higher current to melt and connect the two metals together. Let's do this a few more times. Then the next terminal. Take your time and make sure the connection is solid. I think it's fine. This battery activator comes pretty handy in the situations like these. I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy. Great, 3.85 volts. It's working. Alternatively, you may use a multimeter to check if this is working. If it doesn't, plug it into the phone and connect the charger to activate the BMS. Alright, next, I'll cover the BMS board with insulation tape carefully. Then fold it closer to the battery. Finally, I'll cover the board again with insulation tape. Now we got ourselves a complete Pixel 3A battery. I'll remove this extra layer of adhesive casing to make the battery more slimmer. Be very careful not to puncture the battery with any of the tools you're using because it could cause fire. Great, it fits the housing perfectly. That's additional 1,000 mAh more energy. Since I'm refurbishing this phone, I decided to give it a new housing too. Therefore, I'll remove everything from the old housing and transfer them to the new housing. I'll use adhesive tape and glue as necessary. Vibration motor. Bottom speaker. Subboard. Charging port. Squeeze sensors. These are associated with Squeeze the Phone for Google Assistant function. Fingerprint sensor. Finally, the motherboard. Next, we'll get the antenna wires in place. Then place the battery in place. I'll not glue the battery just yet. Then connect all the ribbon connectors. After that, close the middle frame. Get those clippers engaged. Then I'll tighten the screws to see if it fits all right. Yes, the battery fits perfectly. Let's connect the display and see. Great, it turns on. After this, off the camera, I opened the frame and glued the battery. Then connected everything again and closed the frame as we did before. Now I'll start applying glue for the display. I'll apply more rubber bands to keep the display in place. I finally completed build and it looks brand new. The best part is the battery life. It's phenomenal. It lasted about 3 days with average usage as my secondary device. Let me know if you have any questions on the comments section. Subscribe if you like this kind of content and I'll bring more videos like this. Thank you for watching.